let's find out just how important the anchor text you select for your link actually is. How much does it really matter? We're going to find out right now. So I set up a test where I linked out to 3 different websites that rank for Delaware SEO on page 2. Now, if you remember, I actually own the top 2 websites for Delaware SEO, number 1 and number 2 here, but we're going to link to our competitors. We're going to see if we can actually get them maybe on page 1, maybe even ahead of my own websites. We'll see what happens. Let's go to page 2, and I'll show you the 3 websites that we're linking to and the anchor text that we chose and why we chose it. So the first one we're linking to is this thegorilla.agency. They have 1,300 referring domains with 0 links going to the page ranking, and that's really important. I didn't want any links going to the page ranking so we get pure data. If there's other links involved, that affects our data, and there's other anchor text involved, and we don't want that. So we're specifically linking to sites that have no links going to the page that's ranking. Now they rank number 15 for Delaware SEO. The second site we linked to was this PragerMicrosystems.com. They have 338 referring domains with 0 going to the page ranking, and they rank number 18 for Delaware SEO. The third one we linked to was Digital Piloto, and they rank number 20 with 908 referring domains and 0 going to the page that's ranking. Now, I have a rank tracker up here for each of the websites, and we're going to track different keywords because I'm using different anchor texts. And we want to correlate what effect does this anchor text have on all the keywords, not just one keyword. That gives us more data. So Digital Piloto, you can see Delaware SEO, SEO Delaware, Delaware SEO Company, Delaware SEO Service, and SEO Company in Delaware, all going to be tested. Here's where my rank tracker has them ranking, and we'll probably go by my rank tracker just to make it easier, but mostly on page 3 here, top of page 3. Prager, they say they're actually, a little higher than we saw. So again, we're going to go off the data that this rank tracker shows. But, mid page 1 for all these terms, besides this one, which is page 4. And then the gorilla.agency, all mid page 1 and low page 1 for Delaware SEO, which is actually, no, that's not where they were. That's where the other site was. So that's these rankings will go off, and we'll see how far each moves, if at all, from these links, but also what effect did the anchor text have. Now, the belief for me would be that our exact match anchor text is going to move the most for that specific keyword. The long tail anchor text can do a little bit of both. The branded anchor text likely should move the least, but we'll see what happens. It could be different. It depends on the website's on page and all these different factors, but this will give us a lot of anchor text data that we can work with. Once we see the data, I'll kind of explore more why certain things likely happened, and we'll take it from there. But let me show you these links. So the first one is an exact match anchor text, Delaware SEO exactly, for PragerMicrosystems.com. Okay, so that one got an exact match anchor text. The second link was right here, a branded anchor text. So this one's going to Digital Piloto, obviously, just with branded anchor text, the name of their brand, and we'll see what that does for them. And then the third one is a long tail anchor text, SEO Company in the Delaware area, and that's again just more long tail version that has Delaware SEO in it, but it's a longer anchor text, and we're going to see what that does. So let's put these 3 links all up against each other with these anchor text and see who comes out on top for each of these terms. Again, my expectations is that the exact match will move the most for that specific term, but we'll see what effects it has on the other terms as well. Now I'm going to pause this video for me. For you, the video is going to keep playing. See you in about 3 seconds, which for me may be a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We'll see how long it takes. All right, we're back and we have results. It is June 13th, 2025. If you watch the PBN linking video, you know that these terms moved up. Well, 2 of the 3 did. If we search for Delaware SEO, we can see that the Gorilla site is number 6. We can see that Prager is number 9. So both of those moved to page 1. And then the other site actually moved down a little bit to page 3. But as I explained in the linking video, that's likely due to an issue they have because it was branded anchor text that we used, and it's obviously a healthy link because it moved up the other 2 sites. So likely they're just kind of shifting around, and it had nothing to do with this link. It's just some shift, and the link just didn't do anything for them because they have some other stuff going on. That's my best guess. But we do know that the top 2 the other two did move up. One's number 6 and one is number 9. We went over the movement in the previous video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those videos. I talked all about the movement, how they moved, how long it took, and what to expect and that type of thing. So what we're going to do in this video is analyze the anchor text. So if we go take a look at the anchor text, for Gorilla, we used long tail anchor text. Okay, we used this. For Prager, we used exact match anchor text. And for Digital Piloto, we used branded anchor text. It's the name of their brand. Now, what's interesting is I was actually expecting Delaware SEO, this one, the exact term, to move the furthest. Now, before we get into the anchor text, it's important to know what they already had in place. And if you remember, I think I said it in the first part of this video, it's been 3.5 weeks for me, so I don't remember, even though you just watched it. I don't quite remember, but I don't think any of these guys had any links in place, and I think I covered that before. You can see they now all have one, right? These guys, their one is Silly Goose Nashville, right? Prager, their one link is also Silly Goose Nashville, and then, of course, the last site, Digital Piloto, their link is also Silly Goose Nashville. Okay, so all three now have one link. They had none before, so there's no other data that was infecting this test right here. So I thought an exact match anchor text right out of the gate would actually move the most. And I haven't done this test in quite a while. It could have to do with local. We can test affiliate as well. But I was expecting Delaware SEO to move the most, so I'm learning stuff out of these tests too. Is it possible that currently, remember they go back and forth between every update it seems, that longer tail anchor text is working better? That would make sense because I'm noticing that they really are liking under-optimized sites right now that have not many of the keywords in their H tags. If you have too many keywords in H tags right now, it seems to actually have more of a chance to hurt you. So this would make sense where maybe they're favoring this longer tail anchor text because they look at that as this person's not trying to game the system. They're not trying to rank for Delaware SEO. This is a long anchor text, but they still see Delaware and SEO in there, so that really helps you out. And that could be the case here. I think we need to do another test. What do you think? Comment below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss these tests. But comment, should we retest this? Should we test it on something else? I think we should, but I want to see what you guys think. Remember, the more comments and likes and all that I'm getting, the more I know that people are interested in this data, the more that I'll put out there, okay? But this one, let's see where Gorilla was before. So Gorilla started at, they were like mostly number 15. You could say they started at 18 when we first started, and they're now number 5, let's say. So they moved up 13 spots with the long tail anchor text. Prager started at we'll say number 14, and they're now number 9, so they moved up 5 spots, right? And this test could not be done. I'll probably do an update video on this, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. But right now, the long tail anchor text is outperforming the other two, and then the second place is the exact match anchor text, and then third place is actually the branded. Now, does that have to do with branded anchor text just not working and moving the needle much? We got to make that our next test as well, and we'll test anchor text. We'll do a test next time where we test 3 different sites on page 2 that have no links. One's going to be branded, one's going to be exact, one's going to be long tail, and we got to see, do we see the same type of thing? I think that's something very important to test. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video on anchor text. Make sure you place a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see the next test? And hit that subscribe button. Talk to you soon.